morning, everyone. I'm Carrie Kennedy. I'm the Chief Financial Officer for the City of Denver and also serve as Mayor Hancock's deputy. Thank you for coming today as the mayor releases his budget proposal for 2016. I want to start by thanking the city's budget director, Brendan Hanlon, and his entire staff in the Budget and Management Office. Every year I talk about the strength of Denver's finance team and the first-rate work that's done by the staff in the Budget Office, but I want to make a special mention of their success and of Brendan Hanlon's accomplishments as our city's budget director. Last year, Denver was recognized as one of the best financially run cities in the country by an audit that compared us to 7 other top-performing cities. And the result of that audit found that Denver can respond to unforeseen circumstances. We have diversified our city's revenues, and we have increased the self-sufficiency of basic government services. Denver has demonstrated a history of balancing our budget, paying down our debt, maintaining strong reserves, keeping tight fiscal controls, and providing open and transparent reporting. It is these financial practices, best practices for both the public and the private sectors, that earn our city a AAA credit rating by all 3 credit rating agencies. And it is what allows me to stand here today and congratulate this extraordinary team of financial professionals led by Budget Director Brendan Hanlon. Will you all raise your hands? Where is it? Now, at the helm of all this success, of course, is Denver's Mayor Michael Hancock. Mayor Hancock dedicated his first term to righting the city's financial ship. He is just as committed to maintaining sound financial policies and delivering the highest quality services at the lowest possible costs as we go forward. Underlying everything that you'll see in the mayor's budget is a commitment to hold down the cost of doing business and the cost of living in Denver. The budget strives to meet the challenges of a growing city by making critical investments in mobility and housing and safety and other essential services. It strives to keep Denver affordable and accessible for everyone who wants to live, work, and play in Denver. Today, the overall cost of living and doing business in Denver remains competitive with other similarly sized cities nationally and neighboring cities here in the metro area. In fact, Denver's residential property taxes are among the lowest in the country and the metro area. Homeowners today pay less than 1% of their home's value in property taxes each year, a number that has barely changed over the last 15 years. Given the strong growth in our city's property values, Denver will reduce the city's property tax rate in 2016 to stay under a growth cap that was approved by Denver voters when Mayor Hancock referred Measure 2A to the ballot. The city's property tax levy is expected to drop by increasing the credit people see on their tax bill of 3.2 mils, bringing that credit to a total of 5.4 mils. Mayor Hancock's proposed budget maintains the accessibility and affordability of Denver while continuing our bold progress, including the proposals now up for consideration on the November ballot. The economic statistics in Denver look good, and we are starting to see things normalize. We anticipate slower growth in the future, which is why Mayor Hancock has a policy of holding at least 15.3% of the city's budget in reserve, and he will grow the reserves in 2016 to 15.3%. About half of Denver's tax revenues come from sales tax. Denver's core sales tax revenues are expected to grow by 5% in 2016, following 3.9% growth this year. That follows 10.1% growth that we saw in 2014. So you can see Denver's economy is growing, it is strong, but it is normalizing. Our current unemployment rate in Denver is 4.3%, half of what it was after 5 years of sustained growth. Home prices in Denver continue to climb. Hotels continue to show high occupancy rates. Retail sales continue to grow, as you would expect in a normal growth year. It is a privilege for me to serve as Denver's Chief Financial Officer for Mayor Michael Hancock and to support this wonderful city. I'd now like to introduce Mayor Hancock to give you an overview of his 2016 budget proposal.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And let me join with Carrie in really lauding the tremendous work of the Office of Budget and Management. And under leadership, I call him Robin. He's my Robin. Brendan Hanlon, as well as Carrie Kennedy, our Chief Financial Officer. We have spent the last 6-7 months really digging deep on this budget, working with members of the cabinet. And while I'm at it, let me thank members of the cabinet as well, and the entire administration under leadership of Janice Sinden, Chief of Staff, as well as the 11,000 plus city employees who work hard every day to make this city efficient. We don't have enough resources to do everything we want to do. And once we set this budget, obviously, the city employees under the leadership of the cabinet go to work to make sure that we deliver the very highest quality of service to the people of Denver with our limited resources. And we have to celebrate them as well, and we want to thank them for their tremendous work. But to Brendan, Brendan Hanlon, Robin, to Carrie Kennedy and the entire team, thank you for everything that you do. As Carrie mentioned, my 2016 budget proposal will allow Denver to continue to meet our challenges head on and address the needs of a growing city, one that is expanding in population and economic performance. It works to maintain Denver's intrinsic character of being affordable and accessible while keeping critical progress moving forward. Our city is one of the most vibrant in the country today, and we're experiencing one of the most dynamic moments in our history. I am so proud that we're one of the top cities in this nation for jobs, including our innovation in small business and startups. We're making unprecedented investment in historic neighborhoods while at the same time undertaking transformative projects that will improve Denver for generations to come, like the National Western Center, DIA, just to get these plugs in, the Colorado Convention Center, the Performing Arts Complex, and the 16th Street Mall and downtown public spaces. I am extremely proud of this budget that we put forward to City Council today. First and foremost, this budget is balanced, responsible, and focused on strengthening Denver for today and for the future. And vital to the city's stability, this budget maintains our reserves. And as Carrie pointed out, it's one of the things that I continuously preach: prepare for the rainy day, prepare for the slowdown. And these reserves will help us to do just that. While keeping 15.3% of our general fund in reserve, we are making strategic investments in the areas that the people of Denver care most about. We are making your commute to work and around town an extremely high priority in this budget by proposing investments into the transportation system. This budget gives an 18% boost to our transportation budget that will give us all more options, more bike lanes, more pedestrian access, more potholes getting filled, amen? More intersections with safer crosswalks and better signal timing, more measures to calm traffic in neighborhoods, and preliminary work to bring bus rapid transit to Colfax Avenue. We are increasing our investments in affordable housing, dedicating $8 million in the 2016 budget and laying the groundwork for the permanent dedicated funding stream of $15 million a year starting in 2017. We will also continue reforming the Sheriff's Department through the 2016 budget. With a $24 million increase in the Sheriff's budget, we are making the single largest investment in the department's history in 2016. The investment is intended to have a transformational impact on the reform efforts that are currently underway. And again, let me thank the entire Sheriff's Department, as well as our Sheriff, Elias Diggins, and Manager of Safety, Executive Director of Safety, I gotta get that done, Stephanie O'Malley, for your tremendous leadership and helping to guide us along with these recommendations that have come forward. And I gotta tell you that while numerous recommendations have been implemented with this additional infusion of funds, we will enhance the city's ability to take meaningful steps to improve the care and custody of inmates and the health and safety of our sheriff deputies. The absence of appropriate staffing has led to overworked deputies working 16-hour shifts to cover overtime. It has led to management solely focused on filling holes and has left our facilities with too many gaps to ensure appropriate care and custody. We have the roadmap to fix these issues, and now these budget moves help us with urgent resolve to begin to address those needs. We are investing in 4 areas in the Sheriff's Department. 1, hiring. The addition of deputies will work to reduce overtime, ensure safer and more secure facilities, free leadership to focus on management, and direct added resources to high activity areas. Number 2, training. Increased training will improve the care and custody of inmates, expand leadership skills, and enhance use of force and critical incident de-escalation skills. Number 3, we will overhaul the department's jail management system and improve data collection to make evidence-based decisions throughout the department. And finally, the build-out of 2 floors at Building 24 will provide a safer environment for staff and inmates to allow the transfer of women from Building 21 to 24. My budget proposal calls for $1.4 million to purchase additional body-worn cameras as well to complete the process of putting all of our patrol officers, putting body cameras on all of our patrol officers. Again, nearly all police officers who interact with the public are equipped with this important tool to increase transparency and accountability and reduce use of force incidents. My budget also calls for an additional $3.6 million in Denver Human Services to increase the number of child welfare staff by 51.5 full-time employees to ensure the safety of children at risk of abuse and neglect. I believe that the measure of a city, of course, is how it helps those who are most vulnerable. And that's why I'm asking for $5.5 million in this budget for the new Solutions Center and the expansion of shelter space to help better address the challenges faced by Denver's homeless population. And finally, I plan to focus an additional $2 million in the Department of Community Planning and Development to increase staffing and address the heavy demand in permits, inspections, and neighborhood planning. I am proud of the progress we've made together, and I'm optimistic about our city's future. This budget proposal will allow our great city to meet our challenges and our needs head on, to maintain the momentum we've achieved the past few years and position us for an even stronger future. I want to thank again everyone who's been involved in this. We wish we could have given everybody everything they've asked for. There were some great ideas that came forward. But again, this is a very responsible and accountable budget, one that is balanced, one that meets the priorities that I outlined in my inaugural address, and one that meets the needs of a growing and expanding city. With that, I want to thank everyone again, and let's get started with some questions if the media or anybody has questions. All right, hearing none, we've done a great job then. Congratulations to the entire city.
Denver 8 TV, your city, your source.